Voices are mad. Oh my 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 voices are mad.
So welcome guys to the grill. It's me, your host Denzel, and I'm here with Luminous all the way from the city of Kings and Queens, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And yeah.
Yes.
So Luminous, how's been life in general treating you as of late?
Life has been lifing. There's a line by Gulliver 7 and Calvin song from, I don't know, early 2000s.
Yeah.
It's called Life in Bilo. Translation, Life Upenu.
Yeah.
Like, hey man, you never know what life throws at you. You just gotta go through it. I always tell people, like, don't try to rush the process. Feel what you have to feel. You have your human experience, and yeah, just do it because hey, life has been tense. Lost one of my best homies like 2 months ago, so that's been tough. School, and also just trying to figure out, like, regroup and everything coming off, because I realized, like, when last year ended, at the peak of everything, I didn't realize that I was depressed. So it took my homie passing away for God to kind of like expose everything, to be like, nah, you got stuff that you haven't dealt with, so you kind of like crash and burn, and you have to, like, okay, let me process. I'm not all right. And so, yeah, man, it's been interesting, but yeah, we're getting back to it.
You're getting through.
Yeah.
Hey, my condolences for your homie passing, bro. So I've had a conversation with you before. I've done my research. I know who you are, but there are people out there who don't know who Luminous is. When did the illuminating start from?
9 years old. Like, story walking up to my mother. That's the earliest memory I have. Saying, yo, can you pray for me? I want to be an artist. She's like, I don't know how to pray for that. But so what happened for me is, like, I had heard a record by this rapper called T-Bone. And I think it was called Can I Leave, which is also a soundtrack for the movie Temptations. And he was rapping, and then few days later, I heard a Lecrae album, and just resonating with what he was saying.
Yeah.
Right? He felt like he was describing my story. And start listening to music, and then you start rapping along, and then the next thing you start rapping to the part, when the song ends, and then there's like 4 bars before the song is over, you start putting your own verses there, and then before you know it, you're writing your own records. And then started recording. Obviously, when you start recording, it's almost, I don't know, something about hip hop. When you start making music, for some reason, you start finding your own tribe. You start finding Ningi, who has FL Studio, Mbakwake, Ningi, who has a mic that has been alive since the 1970s, and you guys just gravitate towards each other, and then you start rapping. But I fell in love with it so much that I needed to do it myself. The same way you like cooking so much, you want to learn the recipe. That's just how it is with music for me. So I was like, let's do it.
It's funny that you mentioned Lecrae.
Yeah.
I know that you were pretty much a gospel rapper.
Yeah.
But now there's this direction you're taking. You're trying kind of like taking gospel from human, just living perspective. You put out an album that was named Love, Sex, Gospel, right?
Yeah.
And how does it affect the persona that you kind of like accumulated over the years? That people expect you to be a gospel rapper, but then they see you talking about just life experiences. How does that then change?
Well, it's people's perception. If you think Kuti, your pastor should always be in a suit, you'll be shocked the day he's wearing shorts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So in the same way, I don't stop being a believer. Like, first, before anything, before I'm a boyfriend, before I'm a son, I'm a believer. And how I carry myself in those spaces should be and is informed by my faith. So we all have been heartbroken in this room.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It doesn't change because now a Christian is talking about it. It's like my idea, my view of a heartbreak might evolve around my faith, right? For someone, it might evolve around alcohol. For someone, it might evolve around whatever their, center of hope is. So I'm having, I like there's this quote by this lady called Nancy Piercy. She wrote this book called Total Truth. And she says a Christian perspective is just a human perspective that evolves around who Christ is. So I'm having the same human experience I just told you about loss. Almost everybody here has lost somebody.
Yeah.
Right. But how I perceive loss, right, in this human experience is shaped by what I believe in. So that's the same thing with music. I'm still an artist. I still get hungry. I still see my girl is just pretty. I still see the need for grinding and hustling for money. I still see all those things. I still hang out with the bros. So I'm going to talk about all those things, man. Get on beats with the rapper who doesn't believe in Jesus and still smoke them.
Still smoke them. Okay, let's talk about funny how you mentioned other rappers and smoking rappers and shit. There's this Harare, Bulawayo, you're in Harare right now.
Oh, yeah.
There's this Harare, Bulawayo rap scene thing going on, and people from blues, some saying you guys basically ignore what we do here, and people saying no, some of you need to come to the city if you really want to, connect with the culture, because it is like that everywhere. You have to go to LA to be a part of the entertainment industry. Same in Jersey. Yeah. What's your take on those, takes and scenarios?
I mean, if you look at every country, there is a New York or Atlanta. There's a Joburg, there's a Havron, there's Toronto. You know what I mean? Like every country. It's not just a Zimbabwe thing. So you have to look at what's the arts capital at the moment. And it's not, and I hate it when people make it a Bulawayo Harare thing. Because truth be told is everybody else outside of Harare is suffering.
Fair.
Every artist outside of Harare is struggling. So, and the way that, and it's not even just music. Our country is centralized. We don't have provisional economies. Everything is just centralization of everything. The economy, the power. So you can't, if you're trying to do something right now in Bulawayo, chances are you're going to be referred to a Harare office. So there is that. So the question is, are you going to complain about it or are you going to play the game? But also to be fair, I would like to say this. Bulawayo is the only city in Zim that's caught between two cultures. Yeah. There's the north, which is Gweri coming this side, in Harare, and then there's the south, South Africa and everything. And because of that, we can't, when a Bulawayo artists are the only artists that can drop something, and before people listen, they compare them. Yeah. Because if you do something in Ndebele, everyone else is comparing you to South African artists. Yeah. If you do something in Shona, you're going to have to be extremely good. Otherwise, you're going to drown in the pool of the majority of Zimbabwean artists, not just Harare artists. Yeah. Because the most spoken language in Zimbabwe is Shona, right? And because of that, there's a disadvantage for someone who speaks a minority language. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because not too many people can hear you. And even if you try to do English, Zimbabweans, we don't really gravitate towards English that much. In as much as we're a British colony, but it's like former British colony. Chirungu. But Chirungu is like, we want to speak it when it's necessary. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. But so there's that. So now you have to have a situation where artists from Matebele land have to stick to their identity, but at the same time they want to, cross-pollinate with other cultures and other ethnicities. So now you're going to have a Mambo song that has a Shona hook, English bars, and a few Ndebele bars. Then it's like, that's how you penetrate. And I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing, but you have a population then in Bulawayo that will feel like, oh, are you selling us out? Are you whatever? Because also everything in Zimbabwe is, it can easily fall into the tribalistic conversation. Yeah, fair. You know what I mean? Yeah. Whereas sometimes I just want to make a good song. My mother is Ndebele, my father was Shona. Like I believe I'm a hybrid. Like there's no one more Zimbabwean than I am. Yeah, fair. But that conversation always comes to play. If I rap in Ndebele, I have Shona fans that need translation. If I rap in Shona, I have Ndebele eyebrows that are going to be raised. And it's like, okay, you just have to be comfortable in your own skin and do what you got to do.
So Lumi, yes, sir. What's in the works? You're in Harare, you've been grinding. You told me you're doing a video today. Yeah. Features, what's coming?
Yeah, so I did. I dropped Siatesha, the new single. So just trying to kick off my 2023 rollout with that. We did Nesh TV on Monday. We did ZFM, The Fix on Wednesday. Today I'm here with you. We shot the video. We're supposed to do Good Morning Zimbabwe, but something happened. Yeah. Then tomorrow we're supposed to do ZFM again in the morning, but that's not yet confirmed. And then Kulumani FM, Skies Metro, Chronicle back in the city. because I have this thing where I want to treat like a single rollout like an album rollout. So the same effort I put into LSG, I want to put into singles, right? And then see what that happens.
Yeah.
Just to build the catalog, because my target is to match or beat Calvin's catalog. Sounds like an impossible take.
Feels impossible, bro. Yeah.
I want to really try, you know what I mean? And then also today we're shooting the video for MVP Talk on Zazis' album, Storytellers of the Culture.
Wow.
So yeah.
I'm hearing it from you first, but Muku is my guy.
No. So the video is on me. I told him, I was like, because again, I want to give everything I'm on the perfect rollout. That's why it's hard for me to collaborate with people, because the first thing I'm going to ask you, are we doing a video? What's the rollout like? You know, are we doing interviews? Are we doing live IG live? What are we doing? I don't want this thing of like, oh, we just dropped the song and then boom, because everyone is dropping, bro. What's gonna make our song stand out?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. Singles. Nope. Then there's an EP that we're cooking. So we were going through footage and songs, and then we found a project. 2021 when I was doing Shoko, we were in Harare at the Accountability House for like 1 week. And we made an EP, short songs, and we documented the whole process. So we want to drop that EP, Larynx and myself. So it's and we're gonna call it 2021 to represent the state of mind
you were in
creating that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. The highs, the lows, the ups and downs, whatever it is. But it's fire.
It's fire.
We had the first listening session just he and I after the mixing and whatever. It's crazy, dog.
Send it to me.
Yeah, definitely.
So you are in the city. Any collaborations that you were like, oh, if I go to Harare, I might link up with this, I might link up with...
definitely. I know Domeja said I should send him a message when I'm in the CBD, but today was hectic. So I owe him a collabo. And there's people that have sent me records I need to record.
Yeah.
But as far as this week was concerned, there was definitely no time to lock it in the studio. But I asked people, I'm like, yo, hit me up. You know, so I guess when people send the records, I'll just have to record them back home and send files.
I bet. Bro, thank you so much for pulling up. This was hectic. I know you had to make time.
I appreciate it.
But hey, this conversation had to be had. We were just delaying for the longest. But hey, thank you so much.
Most definitely. Appreciate it.
Word.
Follow me everywhere. This nigga doesn't want you to follow me, guys. Follow me everywhere. Meet Luminous. MEetLuminous. Follow me.
Yo. Follow Luminous, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.